Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kenny James and Miss Samantha Kelly. Y'all make them feel welcome. Come on, y'all. Make some noise for them.
Hi. Hello. Can I take your picture? You're so cute. Okay, hold on. Say Mario. Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Oh, hi. How's it going?
All right, well, welcome. Thank you both
dying
for...
of starvation.
He's so hungry. He almost stole someone's Taco Bell back there.
I know, I
I'm
saw
not
the Taco
kidding.
Bell bag. I was all like, man, that's in danger. Somebody walked by the table with a sandwich, and I was all like, I want your food.
Where'd they get a sandwich from? Oh, I mean,
Tommy's hungry too.
yeah, I can't lie, but I've been focusing on this all day, so once this is done, then I'll be really hungry. But thank y'all both for joining us. We really appreciate it.
I'm just gonna sit there.
Absolutely. Put your feet
Hey,
up.
how's it going?
Wow.
Yes, this is nice.
Rikishi said he almost fell asleep on the couch when he first sat down. So how you guys enjoying NostalgiaCon so far?
Oh, we're good. Good.
It's been really fun. We love San Antonio. Oh my goodness. How many of you guys are from San Antonio? Okay. I love it here so much. You've got the best food, the most gorgeous art. I love the Riverwalk. I love all of it. So, yeah. Anytime we can come to San Antonio, we want to come.
That's awesome. So I know you enjoy it.
I've been here a few times.
Yeah,
All the way back to freshman year in high school.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was the first time I came here for a FFA convention, Future
Wow.
Farmers of America.
I was gonna say that sounded familiar, but yeah.
I was a delegate.
Really?
My little tiny school, which is, I don't even know how many hours from here, very far away, but still in Texas.
I was gonna
Did
say,
you raise chickens or do stuff like that? What did you do?
I
at the
didn't do
FFA?
anything. I don't know, the FFA was this thing that, you join the FFA and you get a cool jacket. Well, it really wasn't that cool. Like blue corduroy, but it had your name embroidered on it, and the name of your town was on the back and stuff around the thing.
that sounds kind of cool.
So it was all like, that was the hick equivalent of being cool. Only I was a hick, but I wasn't a farmer, that's for sure.
But you got the jacket, so.
But I had a jacket, yeah, and that's long gone now. I really wish I'd have kept it. It probably rotted in my mom's shed.
It's the word rotted that got me on that one.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. That would have been in the late 70s, mid to late 70s, first time. Anyway, hi. You will find that I digress quite a bit. Thank you.
I think everyone here is okay with that, if I'm not mistaken. I think you guys are pretty cool with those stories. Yeah, see?
Like, wow, that guy is strange.
I mean, do we really have the right to call him strange when we're here? I mean, Mario is literally standing behind all of you, and Karibo was with him, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, no, you're in good company with the strange, Yeah,
I fit in.
I think that's what the great thing about conventions. So, you two voice iconic characters of a long-running franchise. How does it feel to be a part of something that's been going so long, and how attached have you become to your respective characters?
I love voicing Peach and Toad and Toadette, and what I like the most, I think, about it is that the games are still coming out. The fact that Nintendo continues to put out things that are beautiful and things that are fun, and they kind of connect our families together. So yeah, I love it. And the characters, after we've done it for a while, we get kind of used to, now when we come in and there's a script, you can go, well, what would the character say in this situation? And sometimes we know just as well as the writers do, which is fun, and probably you as people who play the games, you probably know, well, what would Peach say? What would Toad say? What would Bowser say?
They let me say something every once in a while.
I know. He's a little sensitive. He wishes he had more lines, maybe.
Yeah, it says the girl who got her own game.
He's a little bit bitter about the whole Showtime thing.
No,
The Bowser Showtime actually would sound like a fun game.
my
fun,
well,
right?
my first reaction was I was like, wait a minute, that's my thing because of Bowser's Inside Story, you know, because he goes showtime, and then they named this game this. I was like, hey,
It hurt his heart.
but you know, I kid, but yes, I gave her a hard time about it. Yes, but anyway, no. My answer is pretty much the same as hers. It's bizarre. I went for a long period of time where I didn't know about conventions and stuff, and I was just working my regular job. And every once in a while, I would sign an autograph. You know, I'm working on somebody's gas fireplace, and I go, "Oh, you guys have a Wii?" You know, I'm the voice of Bowser, and they're like, "No," and I'm like, "Yeah." You know, I was in my suburban propane outfit, so, and they're like, "You are not," and I go, "Look it up." And I kept working my regular job for more than 10 years after I was cast. And then I was like, all right, I'm quitting to do full-time voiceover. And then I was like, wait a minute, what are these Comic-Con type things? I could check into that. And got an agent, and now I'm doing these a lot. So, well, as much as they'll let me. But the other half of the question was what? I forgot.
Attached to your character.
Oh, attached to that guy? I don't know. Yeah, I guess he's a little part of me. So now, you know, it's been 19 years approximately. So yeah, you do get kind of attached. I don't flaunt it or anything. My wife does. You know, we could be at like Texas Roadhouse or something, and she'll be all like, you know, he is. And they're like, no, it's Bowser. And I'm like, great. And they're like, really? Yeah, I've been Bowser for a long time. Wow. And they still don't get anything for free. It doesn't have that much weight, so.
Wow,
And then
Bowser gave you your free meal.
Okay, here we go. Yeah. And then they're happy, and they take my order, and and I look at my wife and I go, would you not do that? You know? But it's fun, you know, because nobody recognizes me.
That's the one thing with doing voices is like people don't come up and go, hey, do you? Well, occasionally, but not very often. And so it's fun because you don't have to, I don't know, you don't have to be uptight about going anywhere just because people don't know who you are. So it's kind of cool.
They have no idea, you know. I'll say that I have this shirt that I'll wear some point this weekend that in very large letters it says, Bowser is my spirit animal. And it's all over the whole front of the shirt. And I'm walking through the airport in that thing, somebody at TGI Fridays or something, you know, they're hanging out, they're having drinks before they get on the plane, they're like, oh, that's a cool shirt. And I was like, hey, thanks. And as I'm walking away, I'll say it out loud just because they have no idea. You know, it's all over my suitcase too, so it's not hard to spot me in public. But I don't always wear Bowser shirts. So.
I mean, if I was Bowser, I would. But that's just me. So keep in mind, like you said, like people don't really recognize you because you voice act all the time. Was it like kind of a mind-blowing thing for you when you started doing conventions and you would just see like your lines just people just started lining in? Was that a mind-blowing thing for you?
It shocked me, you know. I mean, you know, I wasn't getting like, you know, billions of people, but when I went to my first one, I was like, this is going to be humiliating because I'm going to make, you know, $100 or something, you know, and it didn't turn out that way. You know, it was a small show, but I did pretty okay, and it was shocking to go and do a solo Q&A, and I didn't even have a moderator. Thank you. That was painful. My very first Q&A, and I have no moderator. I had to do it myself. So talk about being on the spot.
So that kind of sounds like a nightmare. I can't even lie.
But they opened the door to the room for me to come in, and the room was packed. So I was all like, cool, at least people like me. you know, or at least they like Bowser anyway. They don't know me yet, but
I think that's the thing that we like the best about coming to cons is the culture. That fans are nice, people are nice, and that's why it took me the longest time to do cons. I knew Kenny was doing them before me, and I didn't want to do it because I was scared. I thought, what if you come and people are mean to you, or I'm kind of shy. What if they expect you to say stuff and you won't know what to say?
you were so insecure that first one.
So scared.
We were in Sacramento, California, and Friday morning before we went over to the convention center, I run into her in the lobby, and she's all like, I don't know what to do. She was all tripping out, and I was all like, just sit at your table and smile, I go, people are gonna walk up to you dressed as your characters and stuff, and it's great.
And it is great, but it took me a while, and then once I came and did my first con, I thought, this is awesome. If the rest of the world were as cool as the culture is at these cons, it would be a cool world. So I love coming now.
Yeah, can't we all just get along?
I agree. And speaking for cons, I think like some of the horror stories you hear are very few and far between, because usually whenever I come to a con, especially like with the crowd here, they're just really cool. They just want to meet their heroes. That's all. Yeah. So
And bring them food.
And bring them food. That's happened. So, and he's hinting, by the way, if no one heard him.
So
Don't bring me
blatant.
food.
It's so blatant.
I'm gonna eat. I've only got a couple of hours left in there
Yeah.
to eat. So.
So you mentioned like the cosplays. So do you have a favorite so far of your own characters that you've seen? Because I've seen some cosplays that can get elaborate. Have you seen some that are just almost blew your mind when you saw them?
The Peach dresses are incredible because sometimes the Peach cosplay artists a lot of times will make their gowns and they're doing it. It takes them more than a year to do it. Like the Peach wedding dress, one girl did that and it was just oh man, hand sewn and everything perfect. And the hair is really hard to do. So I'm in awe of all of it. I'm a total cosplay geek, and I hear tomorrow is probably going to be our ultimate cosplay, really, really fun day. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, I love cosplay. My whole Instagram is just mostly cosplay pictures because I love it so much. But they put a lot of heart into it.
I've seen a couple of good Bowsers. Bowser's a hard costume, if you get something off the rack, you look silly, but that's okay. You can look silly. But I had a guy that his costume was so big and so elaborate that the length of his arms was beyond normal, and the whole thing was gigantic. He was like a little guy inside this giant thing, and he pulled his head off, and I was like, I hope you have a fan inside that thing. And he goes, I do.
Like he was driving a tank.
Built a ventilation fan in it, and there was another guy. I don't remember if you were at that show, but it was Charles and I, maybe. But there was a guy who had a cart. He was driving around on in his Bowser. He had a pretty elaborate Bowser costume. So we took some little video clip or something of me throwing a shell at him while he was driving. Oh, that's right. I remember I signed his cart. He wanted me to sign his cart.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I have one more question up here, but I want you guys to start thinking if you have any fan questions because we'll still have a few minutes. But when I was really thinking, it's what can I ask them that maybe they don't hear that often? But I did think of one. So if you two could reverse not the roles, but the alignment, say if Peach was the villain and Bowser was the good guy, how much did you, what do you think that would be like?
I just don't see it happening. I can't even in my brain conceive of it. Peach is sweet.
She is.
She won't do that.
Yeah, you're gonna need to get some growl in your voice too.
It's not happening.
I'm gonna have to soften up quite a bit.
Roar.
Yeah, and I'm over here going sweet. But yeah, no, I don't know. I can't. I can't do the toad thing. So
A growling. Yeah. Yeah.
for me, it comes out well. That was close. I sound like a parrot when I do it. A sick parrot. A sick parrot with foul mites. Yes.
That was descriptive, if nothing else. So,
Yes.
do we have any fan questions? Anyone got? This gentleman's hand went up first. Here I come. Oh, made it.
I'd break my ankle.
I tried not to.
I'm old.
I actually had a good question. So I'm pretty sure everyone knows about the Mario movie. Let me ask you guys, if they didn't cast who they casted, would you guys have wanted to take the roles of Peach and Bowser respectively?
Absolutely.
Of course, yeah, we would have loved it, but I thought it turned out really good. Really enjoyed the movie.
I still haven't seen it, but
He still wishes he was cast in it.
it would have been fun, you know. I would like to try to talk more as Bowser. That might have been interesting. I probably would have sounded pretty close to what Jack came up with, but my roars are definitely different. So, you know, I don't go rawr, you know, I go roar.
Yeah.
I don't know where it comes from, but thanks.
Any other questions? You're a suspect right now, so you're gonna go last. You know why. Go ahead, man.
Hello, I have a very super important question for both of you. What's y'all's favorite ice cream flavors?
She's kind of important, I ain't gonna lie.
Cherry.
Believe it or not, I eat a lot of vanilla, but that's because I add stuff. You know, I like vanilla ice cream with frozen blueberries. Those are good. The blueberries, because they're with the ice cream, they stay frozen. So they're like tiny little blueberry popsicles. You know, they're so crunchy and icy. I also like vanilla ice cream with a bit of Hershey's syrup and peanut butter. You just take a blob of peanut butter and blap it in the bowl with that, and just sort of take it as you go, and that's good. So
Bowser ice cream recipes.
yeah, the simplest ones. And sometimes cereal, vanilla ice cream with certain cereals. It makes your ice cream all crunchy and stuff.
Yeah, the
There you
amen
go.
section over here.
There, see, I'm the winner.
That was deep. That was a deep answer.
Yeah.
Good job.
I can go on for a while.
Okay, I take it back. That was a great question. Yeah, it actually, the more he was talking, I was thinking, oh, should I stop on taste me? Okay, you have one? Okay. We had an experience with this gentleman earlier, but I'm gonna go ahead and let him go ahead.
It's so good to see you all again ever since Big Texas Comic Con. I actually have two questions. The first one is for Kenny. I just found out that you're in two animes that I've been watching.
And many more.
You're in two animes I'm watching called, and I'm sorry for the long title, it's called The 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You. And you play God.
Yeah.
And you're
The love guy.
And then you're in Spy Family as the couple something commentator.
Yeah.
So how what was it like playing those characters?
Well, the one on 100 Girlfriends, that was pretty easy because it was pretty much my voice, you know. I mean, I crunched it up a little bit more, but you do the things. But with the announcer for that tennis match in Spy Family, I didn't like doing that, but I made it through it. I should have started at a lower pitch because that was it was so straining for me to do that for a long period of time. And it's my voice started cracking, and they were like, well, we're gonna get you through this, because that's most of the lines in that episode were me. So it was weird. And then they bring me back for another episode, and I went, tell me it's not more of the tennis match. And they're like, it is. And I was like, dang. I was like, all right, let's see, how many lines is it? He goes, a lot less than last time. I was like, okay, I'll make it, I'll do it, I'm okay. But yeah, I've done bunches of One Piece and was in Attack on
Woo,
Titan.
One Piece
and
rules.
bunch of stuff. I've been in a bunch of, I've been in anime episodes where, you know, I've forgotten what they are. Sometimes I have a name, but my most famous character is additional voices. So, yeah, but you never know what you're gonna get. You know, you go in there and it's the Forrest Gump box of chocolates of voice acting. That's the way I look at it. It's like they bring me in there, and I have never heard of the show. I have no idea what the character is gonna be. I just go in there and try to wing it. You know, so
right,
that's fun.
Okay, my second question is, if your characters from Mario, Bowser and Peach, could pick out any song that defines who they are, and would they like listening to it?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I would say Peaches for both, but that's just because the movie
Yeah,
was
well,
hilarious. So,
And no, I don't sing that song.
what's your song for Bowser? Michael Jackson's Bad Will Be Song. Actually, the more I think about it, the more I see it. Anybody else have a question? Oh, sir.
Hi there. I wanted to know, perhaps you guys can take it either way, what the weirdest item that you guys signed or the strangest gift you got from a fan at a convention? That's a good question.
Good question. Yeah. We signed a baby one time.
That was gonna be my answer.
Wait, really?
Yeah, but not on the poor little thing's skin though.
It was on the onesie.
Yeah, it was on a onesie. But the baby was wearing the onesie. When it came to be my turn, the kid was asleep. And this was an infant, so and you know, I ran into her months later at a show in Reno. And she came up to the table and she was like, "You remember me?" And I go, "No, I can't remember everybody, sorry." She goes, "You signed my baby." And I was all like, "Oh yeah, now I remember you." She goes, that onesie is folded up and stored away forever and ever, you know. Grew out of it anyway, probably, but she was also, remember at the panel during that show? Somebody asked the same question. And I went, "Well, we signed a baby earlier today." And she stands up way in the back and she goes, "That was me."
Holds the baby up like Simba.
Yeah, that was probably the strangest thing, for sure. What was the other half?
I like, lately, a lot of people have been bringing in some pretty ornate 3D printed creations that they've done, like sculptures, crowns, things like that.
She keeps taking my answers.
Oh. Do you want to answer? I'll sit here
No, you
quietly.
keep going.
But those are fun to sign as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably the one of the coolest things that I've gotten was a 3D printed Bowser. It's probably 8 inches tall, maybe, and it's pretty chunky, and like the spikes are really sharp on it. And the guy told me it was 137 pieces, and I went, "You glued them good, right? Because this has to be squished into my suitcase." So I got it home, and it was still all in one chunk. So that was really cool. You know, I've gotten a 3D printed pipe. You know, the pipes in the game. Not a pipe. The warp pipe. And then somebody gave me a Lego. I think it's a Lego Mario. It might be.
I have a Lego Peach and Toadette too.
It might be a. I can't. It's not
One
a
of the
Bowser.
little tiny ones.
I might have a little Bowser one, but anyway, I put them on top of the pipe. You know, it's the little ones. But that pipe is standing in front of that giant, that 8-inch Bowser that was 3D printed.
Well, we love it. Like when someone comes up to the table and they bring something that's unique, it's really fun. That's some of our favorite things because you get to see things that you're not expecting, and a lot of it is really cool stuff.
Yeah, there's some artsy people out there.
Very much so. That pipe reaction was the funniest thing.
Yeah, you know, I didn't realize it at first.
I
was
didn't
all
either.
like, yeah, they 3D printed me a pipe.
I was like, It was like at the same time. I was like, oh.
It, you know, you hit that
We
thing
have
with a
time
pipe,
for
you
one
know,
more
with
fan
a
question.
lighter and
No.
it melts.
His hand went up really fast. You know what? Let me get you two, but let me get him first.
What is the most delicious piece of food that you have received from a fan? Because I know
Are you
you're
trying
talking
to
about,
Kenny's dinner.
yeah, I know you're talking about people giving you food earlier.
Mostly what I've had people bring me from a fan was little bags of candy. You know? And if it's got Twix and stuff in it, I'm in. Twix and Kit Kats. Yeah. Those are two of my faves as far as candy goes. So yeah, every once in a while a bag of candy or something, but people don't really bring us food much, or at least not me. I don't know about you.
No, a lot of times they'll bring art, so beautiful stuff that they have drawn, and I keep a lot of it, just put it in my office. I mean, it's beautiful. And one time somebody crafted postcards that they did from Peach to Mario. Do you remember, did you get one of those? Those were so beautiful.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, so to me it's
probably
really
in a pile at the
special.
house.
When someone puts their heart into it and gives you something that they drew with their own hands, it's pretty cool.
One last question.
Hello, this is for Miss Samantha. Can you recite something as Toad? Maybe the Avatar: The Last Airbender opening.
I don't know. Let's see. How about Shakespeare? Do you like Shakespeare?
I think that works. Fantastic.
Peach.
So, you know that means that we need a Mario Shakespeare game at some point, and you guys have to be in it. I don't even care what the story is of the game anymore. Just you guys have to just repeat Shakespeare.
Okay, talk to Nintendo.
Yeah,
It's on.
I
we
can know
need
them on social
Bowser Showtime and
Bowser
That would be
Showtime,
great.
yeah.
or maybe not Showtime though. I don't know what they would write for that. Maybe they will someday.
Bowser gets even. That's a good.
Bowser's Revenge.
Bowser Revenge. Bowser gets even. Yeah, I like those. Those are pretty good.
Bowser kills them all.
Bowser eats a bowl of ice cream.
Yeah.
That ice cream is gonna stick with all of us for.
You just
the
have
rest
to
of the
run
time.
around and smash things until you collect all the ice cream. It's great.
I mean, that still sounds fun.
As long as there's frozen blueberries
There you go.
and cereal.
Well, we want to thank you guys so much for this time that you spent with us. We really enjoyed talking to both of you. I know I had a blast. Thank y'all so
I
much.
went fast.
Thank you,
Thank you
Tommy.
guys for your questions.
Thank you guys.
You guys will be here for the rest of the weekend, so you guys do not forget to stop by their tables, get pictures, get their autographs.
Yeah,
get
they
their-
put us on this end cap here.
Yeah, so actually you see,
Right
once you
there.
turn around, they're gonna be right there.
We're on special this week.
Yeah. Thank y'all so much,
On the end
and
cap.
enjoy NostalgiaCon.
Thanks, guys.